Tell us what Uncle Vanya's about, Alan.
Middle-age, midlife crisis is what I would say it's about.
And it's a comedy.
And it's a comedy.
It's a comedy. Who knew?
It's a comedy.
Yeah, we did that Wood Demon 30 years ago when we were at drama school, where everything was incredibly earnest and very similar to Vanya. And we rehearsed it for 10 weeks without ever having the script. It was all improvised. It worked to us all that. And then just before we went on, in the director, the woman teacher, she was like, "Now just be aware there might be laughs." And we were like, "What do you mean laughs? People are like getting their guts out. This is important. This is tragic stuff. It's tragedy in my life, my love. Oh my God!" And of course, it was very funny.
Yeah.
And that's like this as well.
That's the thing with Chekhov, is that he goes from heartbreaking tragedy to comedy on the flick of a coin.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah. And the things you can do, and some of the things that's happening in this are just almost brilliant, slapstick like, and yet they're coming out of
It's farcical. Yeah, it's farcical. I suppose that's what Chekhov does, is he focuses on the problems people have in their lives and how funny and ridiculous they are, but they're not necessarily funny to the people involved.
Yeah.
Well, very
good adaptation, yeah.
New adaptation of the play, very contemporary, got a very contemporary language about it, which is nice.
Yeah, and yet retained all of what is
retains
the essence.
Chekhov's
More
play.
than the essence of the play. It's great to have the writer there for clarity, for clarification, and obviously the director Russell and Anya have worked together before. They've got a very close, but in fact they sit side by side in those two chairs over there.
They
They're
do.
like a little married couple at times.
That's
aren't
right. They do.
But it's terrific. It's a terrific kind of creative atmosphere.
And the way that Anya has adapted it is this very modern, free language. So it's not. I mean, when I first heard about
Don't bring that back all up again.
this job, I know. The first copy of Vanya I had a look at was an old 1950s translation, and it was very formal. It was very. I mean, it was the same play, but people talked to each other. They would say, "That's a most becoming jacket." They talked to each other in a very formal manner.
Yeah.
Like the old translation I had lots of soliloquies in it, and this.
She's kind of taken what it is that characters are saying and made it more conversational, cut out where possible, like just big chunks of exposition.
So it's more like a modern play, isn't it? But it still feels like Chekhov.
I mean, that's kind of being embraced in terms of the costume. I mean, this is a sort of reject of the shorts. So, like, normally you kind of think of Chekhov and everybody's in linen jackets and scarves, and straw hats, and girls in nice, pretty floral dresses and things like that. And
monocle. This guy with a monocle.
Yeah. The professor.
The professor would have a monocle.
Yeah. And Tully would have been like in some big long coat of some sort.
That's
funny hat, wouldn't he? Or one of those like Russian smocks.
At least the balalaika.
But we're all like we're kind of embracing this idea of it's now, and how does some old guy like me dress now when the sun's out, and it's like, actually these are mine. Yeah. This is how I dress. So there's kind of that, which is I think really great. I mean, I think that'll be people will just get like a shock immediately from that.
Well, I'm city dweller, certainly, but I like camping in the summer in nice weather.
Yeah. I might do a bit of wild camping next year, you can go do that in Scotland. And a bit on Dartmoor as well. Do a bit of wild camping with the kids. And go surfing, camp at the beach. It's got to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, John's more of an extreme sports kind of guy, I'm more of a
musician.
Yeah.
Artist. Thinker, lover.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a time when I was older.
There was a time when I was an extreme sportsman as well. Now it's just for the kids. I'm just the driver, the porter, the chef. I had no idea it was on the syllabus.
I didn't know it was on the syllabus. I mean, we certainly didn't do Russian literature when I was in school.
Mind you, some of the stuff my 10-year-olds do is extraordinary, like how advanced they are. So, but it's great. I think it's brilliant. I'll bring my kids to see this. 10, I think.
And it's a brilliant way of realising for young people that actually, you think about Russian literature, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I remember sort of with Dostoevsky when you read Dostoevsky and stuff. People look at it and kind of go, "You're reading Dostoevsky," but it's brilliant. It's just so easy. There is a thing about the names that you have to kind of get over. Right. It's like, But the story, and I think
that
with
one,
this,
Crime and Punishment, is like a it's a detective
brilliant.
story.
That was the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. But like with this, people, like you say, people think, oh God, it's so difficult. This translation, this adaptation, and this production kind of bring all those elements of human life, because that's what he was writing, wasn't it? The quirks of humanity, really. And they bring that and they put it here, and you recognise these people that are going through the same shit that everybody's going through.
Yeah.
We don't have enough money. We don't have enough youth, and we don't have enough good looks.
That's it. Yeah, all the foibles of humanity.
Yeah.
And it's just that the Russian people over 100 years ago had the same problems and worries that we have now.